the 2K Sports pregame show.
Early season's greetings, NBA fans. I'm Ernie Johnson. Thanks for joining us. Got Shaquille O'Neal here. Got Kenny the Jet Smith here for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll watch the visiting squad as they go up against the Chicago Bulls. And guys, for the Bulls, relative to last season, their record at this point, not quite up to par. They're looking for answers, looking for improvement as the season continues. And before we tip off, I just need to ask Shaq, when you think back to great teammates, what are the qualities that make a great teammate?
Well, you want to play the guys who care as much about the game as you do, a guy who puts the team first, a guy who gets you involved, a guy who has the same dreams and aspirations that you have about the game.
Well, that name sounds like Kobe Bryant to me that you were talking about, but I always look for guys who could push me. And I could push them at the same time, where we could work together. It's a family, the basketball team. You playing for 82 games. You need somebody that's going to be in your corner.
Wouldn't you like to push Kenny?
Push him off the set.
Yeah, that's what I was getting
As long
at.
as I could push you back.
You may not be able to. Kevin Harlan, take it away, kid.
The Bulls play before the hometown crowd, and we've got it live for you right here from Chicago. Sit back and enjoy this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and here with me tonight, Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. And, of course, Drew Holiday. Without his presence, they'll have to overcome the hole there.
Well, as fans, as teammates, there are a lot of people that I'm sure are sad to see him go, given all he brings to the table. But I like what the trade does for him, and I bet it helps them right off the bat.
This guy is a high flyer, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. To the inside, Rose. The shot's good on the assist by Butler.
And for Jimmy Butler, so much improvement over his young career, especially as a shooter. His rookie year, he shot just 18% from three. Last season, he shot 38% from there.
Pass to Fletcher. They set the pick. Just 5 on the clock. Now the pass to Fletcher. No good on the triple. Rose with the ball. He had a 12-point outing in their last game again. Out to the right wing. Snell, that's good. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Here's Big Daddy. He's covered by Rose. The drive by Jordan. And yes, sir, that one drops. Jordan's got his first bucket of the night.
And he's starting to get what he wants here early and often. Nice move.
To the paint, here's Gasol. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Here's Fletcher, and there's the foul. It's on Tony Snell. That is his first foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. To the wing right side, Fletcher. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
And in that game, guys, they were just about as dominant defensively on the interior as you could ever be.
And once they got a few rejections, they had opposing scorers looking for those long arms and hands. And it caused hesitation in taking shots in there.
And with that height advantage right there, he had a good, clear look at the basket.
Defended by Butler. Outside Jordan. 6 to shoot. Takes a 3. That is good. Jordan's got his second bucket of the night.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems. And no doubt last season the Bulls were clearly preparing for the playoffs. They played their rookies but added a lot of playoff seasoned veterans to that roster.
Fletcher passes to Fletcher. Out to the right wing. And the foul on Derrick Rose. That is his first foul of the game. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. To the wing right side. Shot clock at 6. Fletcher passes to Jordan. Takes the 3.
Tell you what, boy, it's hard to watch when the guy gets good shots and misses them. He's missed everything this quarter. He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Here's Rose. And the layup's good off the glass. As you mentioned, the Bulls added veteran leaders last season. Pau Gasol was the notable one. 11 Bulls Clark had playoff experience prior to their postseason run a season ago.
And that's invaluable, Kevin, to have that kind of experience. I mean, having Gasol, a two-time champion in the locker room, big, as is having almost a dozen guys who understand the intensity and the details that playoff basketball requires.
Gasol kicks to Gibson. He dishes it to Butler. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Snell from outside. Offensive rebound. Here's Gasol. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Mirotic is checked in for Gibson. Dunleavy comes in for Tony Snell. Kirk Heinrich, he's checked in for Butler. And it's Brooks in for Derrick Rose. There's the pick. This one for 3. And it's Dunleavy with the rebound.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted. And really, I like the movement and communication there.
Gasol setting the pick for Brooks. Gasol on the high post. Free throw line jump shot. That one a little long.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Pau Gasol was the number 3 pick back in 2001. He managed to average 18 and 9 his first season, was Rookie of the Year, became a perennial All-Star. There's no way his younger brother Mark, who was a second-round pick, could ever match up to that, right? Not so fast, people. Mark's pretty good, too.
Stolen by Gay. The 3. That's good. Big Daddy's got himself on the board with 3 there.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
And stolen by Gay. And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Talking about Pau and brother Mark, both of them were excellent last season. The difference is that Pau has always been considered a great prospect, so detractors are much harder on him when they see cracks, I think, Greg, in his game.
Yeah, you know, for Marc Gasol, it can only exceed expectations because they started out so low. I'd simply say that if I had to pick between one or the other for best career, I'd do everything I could to pick both.
Good way to get out of it. Good answer. Just 4 to shoot. Launches a 3. That's good. 8 points for Big Daddy.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. The away team up by 1. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And Pau Gasol, after some great years and some difficult years, talks about now his newfound excitement playing with the Chicago Bulls.
I mean, I think it's been noticeable just because this has been my decision, too. And I want to make it great, actually. Not good, but great.
I think you'd have to say that Gasol's decision to go to Chicago, Clark, was great. He clearly gave it a lot of thought, and it's hard to imagine him having made a better pick.
You know, I agree. Not only is he happy, but so are his teammates. Ask Rose and Noah and Butler. Those guys love playing with him, and you can see how the change of scenery rejuvenated the big Spaniard, too.
And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
The roof is up right now, guys. It's raining in here. A lot of threes through the first.
Hey, sometimes when it rains, it pours, and they have not let up from beyond the arc.
Butler and Snell are the wingmen. Taj Gibson is out there with Mirotic, and it's Brooks in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. And he makes both free throws.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
To the paint, here's Mirotic. Michael Jordan grabs the miss.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there. Yeah, that's a super defensive play. If that gets through, no doubt they score.
And that's why he sold out for it, because he knew he had to make that play. He wasn't going to let them get the advantage.
Chicago making a switch here. Rose is checked in. Shot is off. And it's Chicago the other way.
Yeah, they just caught a team, Kevin, that was in a zone, and they didn't have the manpower defensively to disrupt them.
Hey, zone or no zone, I expected a little more fight out of them than what they showed. I mean, they never strung together any stops like they needed to.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
Defended by Butler. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Rose with the ball. Now Mayo defending. Outside Rose. Snell kicks to Butler. Pass to Rose. Just 5 to shoot. From deep. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
All right, a chance to look at the numbers for Jimmy Butler. He's coming off an excellent season. Averaged about 20 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he paced the whole team in points per game last season.
Sure, his teammates knew he was their best option, so that's why they just kept feeding him the rock.
Jordan the pass to Fletcher. Defended by Butler. Gibson with the steal. Outside Butler. Wants to get it to Rose, and does. And Jordan sends it back. Michael Jordan on the wing. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Here's Mirotic, and he gets it to go. Mirotic has got his first 2 points of the night.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
Well, what a season it was for Mirotic last year. Came on stronger for the Chicago Bulls. Continued to improve. Effective in the playoffs. Really a joy to watch in his first year.
And interesting, so much hype going into the season was about Dougie McDermott.
Yes.
Whether or not he was going to be in the running for Rookie of the Year. It ended up being Mirotic. Most years, he could have walked away with that award.
Gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Defended by Gibson. And stolen by Butler. Stolen away. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
And here they come. And then slammed in by Jordan.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
Here's Snell. No good. That's miss number 2. He's 1 for 3. Guys, this offense very effective.
Going right at him.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
And that one's good.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Bulls trail by 7.
Chicago timeout call.
And the first timeout of the game called for Chicago.
Yeah, none too pleased with the play of this team. And you know what? They just need to get things sorted out.
Yeah, you know, there's not a coach around who would be happy with the way his guys have kind of rolled over during this run.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Pau Gasol is checked in for Gibson. Dunleavy comes in for Tony Snell. Kirk Heinrich, he's checked in for Butler. And Brooks subbed in for Derrick Rose. Brooks misses.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And no question, G.A., Rudy Gay is one of those guys who has always put up great numbers. But in 9 seasons he's been in the league, only one playoff. Only one. Count them, one. Back in 2012.
Yeah, but what if he was still in Memphis, though, Kevin? I mean, that's one of it. Sometimes it's not always your fault that you're not getting there.
True.
You got to play on a good enough team, and he hasn't up to this point. So, yeah, he's had his moments of inconsistency and will disappear at times. So there's some shared blame there as to why he hasn't been more consistent when it comes to the postseason.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
Rodman goes in. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And, you know, back to Rudy Gay, he's a tremendous all-around talent. Physically, instinctively, skill-wise, he's got it all. Except that consistent winning touch, that remains to be complete.
And thinking more about Rudy Gay, one key number I look at from last season, his assists. By far the most in his career, and that didn't translate into a ton of wins, but it very well could have been the next step toward getting those wins.
Feeds it to Gasol. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
You know, he's got a lot of length, and right there, he needed every inch of it.
That's true, G.A., you're right. You know, we really don't know that much about him in that department, but my goodness, when he gets up, he can go.
Yeah, he can still punch it when he wants to, though. We saw that, didn't we, fellas?
Bulls trail by 6. 58 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That's on Shaq. It's incredible to think that Pau Gasol last year set a career high in points in a game for as long, Clark, as he's played. He had that 46-point game in January.
Yeah, that's 46 points for Pau to go with 18 rebounds. I mean,
right.
You rarely see a player of his age putting up a career high like that.
Gasol hits them both.
And with Pau, that 46-point game, he became the oldest player.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying, Clark, to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Yeah, I would have to say there are a lot of questions right now from a defensive standpoint. That's for sure. And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. And here is Brooks, still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. No dice from 9 feet out.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
And that does it for the first half of play. The away team, they lead by 6. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. How about you, Kenny? What did you think about the visiting team?
Well, their playmakers were in top form tonight. They showed great court vision and great ball movement. That's why they had so many assists. It's much easier to defend guys who don't want to pass the basketball.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Chicago?
Where was the sense of urgency? We all know they're capable of playing better, and no one wants to give up a ridiculous high shooting percentage. They need a little attitude adjustment in the second half, or this game will get away from them.
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get started. Back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. We're going to sit right here and wait for the end of the game and talk at you again.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball.
Gasol doing all sorts of things. He has 14 points, and he's done his job at the charity stripe. He's gotten 4 of his points from there.
And that's a good place to get them. They don't come easier than that, but you've got to get yourself there first.
Bulls trail by 6 on the floor for Alvin Gentry as we get into the second half. Rose, no good.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession. No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
The Bulls shooting at 50% in a decent groove. The dish to Snell. Fires from deep. Can't get it to go. Snell's gotten just 1 of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight.
Loving the energy right now here in the third quarter as they try to take control of this game.
And I really think this is the time to do it because this is a real important juncture in the ball game right here.
And that one's good. 6 points here for Taj Gibson.
A splendid pass that time by Rose.
About 1 minute played here in the second half. Here's Fletcher. Those 3-pointers off the mark. Chicago trailing here. On up the court. Can't get it to go.
Still a bit chilly from the field at the start of this third quarter. 1 of 4 so far.
Out to the wing. Outside Jordan. To the wing right side. Passes it to Fletcher. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the shot is good. 14 points for Big Daddy.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
Rejected by Gasol. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Gasol. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Here's Big Daddy. He's got 14. And Jordan has it in the corner. The stupendous finish in traffic. Jordan's got 9.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
And, you know, the NBA loves to experiment with different rules in different ways. The D-League last season used international rules for goaltending. And that small change makes a huge impact on the defensive end.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Outside Butler. Lots of room. And he hits the jump shot. Butler's got his first basket of the night. Gone 4-6 from the field since the start of the third.
Really impressed with the way Jimmy Butler last season made big strides in his game, going from a supporting role player to someone you can build your team around.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in his huddle. He told Gasol that he wants their offense to run through him. Coach is calling on him to play a big role in the offense for the rest of this game, to really be one of the key guys for them down the stretch. Those are likely not the last adjustments they make today, guys. There's still time left in this one. Back to you, Kevin.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. And Jimmy Butler had the career highs across the board last season. Won the Most Improved Player of the Year award. Really picking up his production in his fourth season.
You know, we had seen the flashes of potential in Butler before. Last season, he sustained great play and really took everything to the next level.
Shot clock at 5. Gibson. Gibson with another miss.
I'll tell you what, for what's really an elementary shot, he looked a little nervous on that release. They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
The big dunk at the end of the break.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage.
And that one's good.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
Derrick Rose, unbelievable spirit. We know about his toughness, his fought through injuries of all kinds that might cause a lesser competitor to hang up his sneakers.
And competitor, that's the word, Kevin. I mean, he was impossible to outcompete at the high school level, the college level, and now in the pros.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Mirotic is checked in for Gasol. Dunleavy comes in for Tony Snell. And it's Brooks in for Derrick Rose. There's the screen. Gibson with the steal. Brooks outside. They get a hand on it. And here comes the break. Here's Fletcher. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense. And, you know, back to D. Rose for a moment. He drives the lane now as hard as he did before the injuries. It's a level of fearlessness that only a few guys possess. And it's not teachable. You either have it or you don't.
Pass to Fletcher. And Gibson sends it down. And out of bounds it is. Last touch by Mirotic.
And with a moment, let's check out the stats for Brooks. Last season's performance for him averaged about 11 points a game last season. 3 assists and 2 rebounds. And you like what he brings backing up the point guard.
No doubt. I mean, he knows how to run this offense. And that's always valuable coming off the bench.
There's 39 seconds left here in the third quarter. And Dunleavy gets it to go in.
And, you know, back to D. Rose. He grew up in a brutally dangerous neighborhood on Chicago's south side. Some of that fearlessness, that competitiveness he exhibits was learned early on out of necessity.
Back to Rodman. Five to shoot. Mirotic grabs the miss. And oh, here we go. Dunleavy's got it. The fast break chance. They get it back. Out to Brooks. Second shot opportunity. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Brooks has got 4 points in the quarter.
Even double team. He had the vision to see the open man.
Fletcher. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. The away team leading by 7. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. The fourth quarter just moments away now as we welcome you back. A tremendous 61% from the floor, hitting on all cylinders. A chance here to get a quick injury report.
He said he's having back spasms and it's causing him a lot of pain. That's a bitter pill for them to swallow at such an early stage of the season. It really changes the look of this entire team, guys.
All right, Doris, we will, of course, keep everyone updated as we find out more.
And you know what? He could have a long road ahead in terms of getting back on the court. But one thing we all know, he's never been shy of hard work.
No, he's not. I mean, he'll be doing everything he can to make it back as soon as possible.
Jimmy Butler is out there with Mirotic. Then it's Brooks. Then it's Pau Gasol. And it's Rose in at the point guard position. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. O'Neal misses. The Bulls trail by 5. Got a piece of it. Gasol kicks to Rose. Wants to get it to Butler and does. And it's blocked by Jordan. 6 to shoot. Butler against Gay. And the Bulls get it back. Mirotic, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And the first one at the line is good. Nikola Mirotic, drafted as a late first-rounder, Clark, back in 2011. The Spanish star finally made his rookie debut in the NBA last season, and it was worth the wait.
It sure was, Kevin. I mean, once he started to get consistent PT, I mean, he was remarkable. Can run like the wind for a big guy, not that strong, but more aggressive than you'd think.
Here's Rose. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Now Butler. Down low. It's tipped and stolen by Gay. Inside, here's Jordan, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
And they've looked terrific in transition today. That's had a lot to do with their success.
Well, it certainly has. I mean, they've done a really good job recognizing anytime they've had the numbers advantage, and then they've taken advantage. And we've seen it time and time again here.
Butler against Jordan. It's blocked.
He's given them little to nothing at the offensive end. I can't put it any other way.
Finishes the break with a slam.
And you can sense the momentum really starting to swing their way.
Yeah, they're taking charge here. I mean, there's no question about it, Greg. And the lead, I think, is just going to continue to grow and grow from here.
Rose kicks to Mirotic. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. 6 points for Nikola Mirotic. Gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. And it's Jordan with the jam.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in his huddle. He was emphatic. We're not getting it done, fellas. We've simply got to step up, get engaged, and try to battle back. Guys, we'll see if the pep talk gets him going.
Thanks again, Doris.
Wow, and how huge has he been today? Really just giving his team a nice lift.
Yeah, and he's kept them close enough to be within striking range. I mean, the deficit would be much larger if not for the efficiency of his play.
And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Symbolic there as well of the effort here tonight.
Outside Rose. Another 3 for Chicago.
And now both teams really in a groove.
This game already, guys, was high scoring, but they've really amped and ramped it up to another level down the stretch. Derrick Rose possesses a great skill set, ball handling, passing, and understanding of how to score. First rookie to ever win the All-Star Weekend Skills Challenge.
Number 25. Gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. Picked his pocket. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Mirotic's shot is off.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
Parked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. And Chicago has possession. Getting back to Rose, it's his extraordinary handle that allows him to get anywhere on the floor. Such confidence in the way he dribbles and drives, whether it's getting up in a position to set up a teammate, take it himself. He's the one very best at controlling that ball.
It's a great point. I mean, guys like D. Rose, Chris Paul, Steph Curry, Kyrie, they all have maximized that skill. I mean, the thing that separates him and puts him in that Russell Westbrook category is the pure physical strength. When healthy, he's able to play with.
Jordan, the pass to Fletcher. Got a piece of it. 5 on the clock, and Gasol sends it back, and they're able to recover. And the first one drops. Taj Gibson's checked in for Chicago. And so he hits both. Bulls trail by 8. To the middle. And they're on the break. The finish. Finishes the break with a slam.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Chicago calls timeout. They're behind by 10. 1:57 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Look at Big Daddy. What a contribution.
I mean, he's getting to the rack all game, and if they can't do a better job of keeping him out of the paint, they're in for a long night.
.157 left to play here in the fourth. And it's Rose penetrating. The jumper from the free throw line is good. Rose has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game.
Rebounded by Snell. The Bulls trail by 8. Now here's Rose. And it's Gibson, that time on the assist by Rose. And it's 8 points here for Taj Gibson. Here's Big Daddy. Great D that time from Gibson.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that. You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Gasol with the steal. Here's Rose. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Bulls.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Yeah, I think you also have to give them a lot of credit for how well they've risen up to meet shooters, to challenge shots in this game. A lot of blocked shots tonight. He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he fixed the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
Butler dishes to Rose. Off with the layup. Gone 7 of 13 from the field here in the fourth. Buries the long-range jumper.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
It's going to be tough for him here, but maybe, just maybe, it's not over yet.
Cannot afford any empty possessions. They've got to recycle everything, partner.
Kicks it to Jordan. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Rose with the ball. And there's the feed to Snell. Buries it. And now they trail by just 4.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. Three seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. And so they foul intentionally. So the first one drops, and that puts them up by 5. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
And he adds to their lead with some very solid free throws.
Chicago calls timeout. They're down by 6. 24 seconds left in the fourth. And here's Rose. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. Open jump shot off the mark.
Not a quarter to remember as far as his offense is concerned.
Yeah, you know, he's not making any kind of impact for them at that end of the court right now. You know, there are a lot of bigger power forwards than him in the NBA, but very few that rise up like he can.
11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Rose kicks to Gasol. Three-pointers. Snell. No luck. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, G, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. And now time to go to Ernie Johnson, who's alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson. Got Shaquille O'Neal, got Kenny the Jet Smith. Without further ado, let's take a look at our Jordan Player of the Game.
His accuracy from the field was pretty eye-catching. I mean, if he was shooting the ball, it was going in. You rarely see a performance like this with this crazy high shooting percentage. Wow.
A ton of his points were coming inside tonight. It really speaks to how aggressive he was in this game. If there was a path to the hoop, he was attacking. Love that kind of mindset in a backcourt or a wing player.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.
And welcome everyone to another presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports.
All right, ready to go? Ready to go?
Here's Shorty. Dishes it to Mayo. It's Jordan on the wing. Pass to Fletcher. Picked his pocket. And so it's Olympiacos with it. Here's Wojcicki. And the shot no good, a bit short. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Yes, I was able to talk with Olympiacos head coach for a minute. He said this team is going to try to limit the amount of second chance points they give up. I asked if he had anything specific in mind, and he told me it has to be a team effort in this one. Everyone has to box out, from the guards to the big fellas. Gentlemen?
Much appreciated, Doris. Thank you. So, Clark, what does that mean if your man is doing a better job cleaning the paint?
Kevin, that basically means you're being out-positioned and out-physicaled and out-hustled, period.
And with that height advantage right there, he had a good, clear look at the basket.
Olympiacos shooting their first free throw of the game here. Mayo with it. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Now the pass to Fletcher. Right wing. Pocket 2. Outside for Jordan. Here's Shorty in the corner. Mayo with it. Drills it from outside.
A good open look, and he splashes home the three.
And here's Olympiacos. There's a good screen. Here's Wojcicki. Here's Princesses. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow, just like he got there.
3 on 3. 9 feet out. The reverse, and it's blocked. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And the rebound goes to Olympiacos.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Offensive rebound. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Spanoulis. Passes it to Manzares. From outside the arc. No good.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
Yeah, you can see he's still in rhythm, even though he misses that one. Almost always deadly when he's that open.
To the inside, Hunter. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
You know, he might be small for a center, but it doesn't really matter because he can jump out of the building.
No luck. Now Olympiacos takes it the other way. To the left wing. To the middle. And he banks in the layup.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today.
Now here's Mayo. With the shot. No good, and tight defense there bothered that shot. Olympiacos leading by 4. Pass to Spanoulis. Here's Princesses, guarded by Mayo. To the left wing. Here's Manzares. Good on the triple.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Now here's Mayo. 1:52 left to play in the first quarter.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. The defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Here's O'Neal. Rodman passes to O'Neal. Mayo left side. He kicks it to Rodman. 5 to shoot. Lamb dishes to O'Neal. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Guys, they've been getting it done at both ends during this run.
And yeah, you know what? Tough to say where they've been better. Excellent at both ends.
Here's Petway. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Yeah, Clark, quality looks at the rim. That's fueling this run. And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And, Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
Papapetro. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Rodman with the bucket. 43 seconds left here in the first quarter. Slucas, guarded by Mayo. Here's Petway, and O.J. Mayo pulls it down.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
Gay kicks to Rodman. The tray. And the rebound goes to Olympiacos. And here we go. Papapetro pulls it from the elbow. They recover it. And stolen by Mayo. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Olympiacos out in front. They're up by 7.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
A lot of times the team that owns the paint is going to come away with the victory, and that's what they've done here thus far.
Yeah, why change the plan until they make you? And that's where they should continue to attack moving forward, going inside.
Papapetro, and it's Shaq with the rebound. And here's the break. Up the floor. And Lamb with the basket on the assist by O'Neal. Lamb's got his first bucket in this one. Olympiacos leading by 5. To the inside.
Boy, he's just dangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger, Clark, right now.
Yeah, it's with them.
And, guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and trigger the fast break.
And now just a one-possession game thanks to that quick hitter. Outstanding play in the open court.
And good on the basket. Book it.
Oh, terrific way to finish that move there, going to the basket. Yeah, maybe a change of the game plan right now, looking at some different sets because of the matchups.
Yeah, I agree with you because they're looking to tweak things to maybe get those matchups working in their favor.
So both teams making some changes here. The pass to Fletcher. They swipe it. Here's Spanoulis, guarded by Jordan. Mayo brings the double team. Out left to the wing. There's the 3. Offensive rebound. Here's Petway. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
And Kevin, plays like that, really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg, the jam and the follow gets their whole bench jumping. Clark, look at them. They are really into it.
Yeah, they sure are. And that's a little salt in the wound there. I mean, they take a miss and turn it into one of the plays of the game. That hurts.
Here's Princesses. The teardrop falls in. He has 7.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Here's Shorty. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Olympiacos.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
Miles Plumlee's checked in for Shorty. Olympiacos leading by 3. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Jordan with the rebound.
Oh, that's got to be deflating and disappointing to miss a wide open shot like that right in your wheelhouse.
No one near Mayo as he lets it go. He nails it, and we're tied up. Mayo's got 5 points now this quarter.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
3 of their last 5 makes come from beyond the arc. The defense has to react quicker.
And he gets the bucket.
That's leadership. Really, really valuable to have someone who can just take charge like he has.
Well, there's a certain amount of confidence you have when the ball is in his hands at that end of the floor right now. I mean, he just gives you a sense of calm and confidence because of how good he is.
Just 5 to shoot. Fires from deep. But they recover it. For 3. Again, Mayo missing. It's a close game here in New Orleans. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's going to be on Michael Jordan.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option. Yeah,
exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup. So I'd agree with you there, Greg.
And Olympiacos making a change here. So he gets them both. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Now that's some hang time. Levitation, elevation. What a pretty double clutch move there.
Well, you can afford to get fancy on your way up. You got to have that kind of space.
And space, Kevin, is what he had. The defense just a little bit Charmin tissue paper like, I should say soft. I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Lafayette the pass to Princesses. Here's Hunter. Plumlee with some nice D.
Now that's terrific defense at the rim. Got right in his path.
And you know they'll be conscious of him next time they take it inside, too. I mean, that's what really good defenders do. They make you think about their presence.
Throws it up high, and it's Jordan with the jam.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
Mm-hmm. And, guys, anytime it's real tight, you're looking for something that could be potentially a momentum builder. And that's exactly what that play looks to be. And, guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it. He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
Timeout called Olympiacos. Shaq is checked in for Miles Plumlee. We've got 1:13 left to play in the first half. Slukas guarded by Jordan to the left side wing. Here's Lafayette. Good work defensively by Rodman. And they're pushing it up. And the jam by Rudy Gay.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
And it's Shaq with the rebound. And here's the fast break. Jordan leading the way. Rodman's shot is off.
You know, the alley-oop is a great play when it works, but boy, when it doesn't.
Yeah, it can make you look silly. It embarrasses you. And we had a little silliness right there for sure.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Passes it to Lafayette. Here's Wojcicki. And the three off target. And that'll do it for the first half. Game time. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. Stolen away. Always going up for the alley-oop here. It's Jordan on the wing. And it's off from three-point range. And here's Olympiacos. Pass to Spanulis. Can't nail the jumper.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Mayo, and that's for two. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
Oh, no, you hate to see that. Those are just the kind of errors that can cost you in a game like this.
Montzaris guarded by Mayo. The pass to Montzaris. Inside, Spanulis, and the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line to try to make it a three-point play.
Boy, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. They've got a battle inside.
This game has been a battle, and maybe they're starting to just run out of gas a little bit.
To the paint. Blanketed by the D, fights to the rim for the layup.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
And stolen by Jordan. And now it's Mayo running. He can go all the way. Guys, we're not through three quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, it's been a really good game for sure. I mean, it looks like it's going to stay tight throughout.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
And he gets the bucket. And Olympiacos leads by 1.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one. You know, I think he just wants to tinker with the game plan a little bit, and I think that's a wise timeout.
And part of it, too, Greg, was he saw some things going on out there that he didn't care for.
Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, it makes it tough for the defense to chase that ball around when it moves that crisply all over the court.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
Clock at 6. Passes it to Fletcher. His first shot coming late. It's tipped, but they get it back. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Montzaris guarded by Mayo. Pass to Spanulis. Count that one.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Outside Jordan. There's the screen. And there's the pass to Fletcher. It's Mayo on the wing. Outside Jordan. The three. The shot is off. Now Olympiacos takes it the other way. After this one, they're off to San Antonio to take on the Spurs. That is game 3 of this 4-game trip. Here's Pedway.
Punches it down with pop.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
I tell you what, they are not backing off at all, are they?
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. Montzaris passes to Spanulis. Here's Hunter. Can't get it to fall.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
That shot wide open. He has 5.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Feeds to Mayo. Over to the wing. The dish to Jordan. Pass to Mayo. Over to the left wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he knocks down the first one. Both teams deciding to change it up.
Taking 2 shots.
And he makes both free throws.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Slukas, guarded by Mayo. They set the pick. Darden, the pass to Slukas. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Rodman kicks to Gay. Soft touch off the glass. Gay's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Slukas, guarded by Mayo. Here's Slukas. Pass to Hunter. Here's Pedway. Off target from outside. Here's the lob to the hoop. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Darden, guarded by O'Neal. And the shot is good. And Olympiacos leads by 6.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
Rodman passes to Fletcher. Gay dishes to Mayo. Here's Shorty. Left side Rodman. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. There's 25 seconds left to play here in the third. To the wing on the left. Pass to Slukas. Here's Darden. Rodman grabs the miss. The pass to Fletcher. It could go. And no good trying to get that one. And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the 4th. Who will carry the day? Oh. Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. There's the feed to O'Neal. To the paint. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Here's Spanulis. Misses in close.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fellow's in the middle.
And Jordan has it in the corner. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Olympiacos leading by 4. They set the pick. Lojeski defended by Shaq. That's tipped. Out on his own on the break. The finish. And it's Jordan with the jam.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Good on both. We played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter.
Whoa! Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
I'm startled that he would even try something like that at this stage of the game.
That's good.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
They've been very untidy with the ball here. You commit turnovers when you try to do too much or you force it. They need to focus on making the simple play, good passes, and moving the ball around.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Alvin Gentry had some words for his team over that last break. He is not happy with their perimeter defense, saying, guys, way too many open shots for them beyond the three-point line. We've got to press up closer and try to crowd them off the arc. Guys, we'll see if they got the message.
All right, Doris, thanks. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Jordan's got 6 points in the quarter.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man.
That's good.
And this has been purely a display of offense that we're seeing here today.
And, it's only getting better as both of these teams' defenses are starting to show signs of wearing down.
Jordan the screen. They set the pick. Jacks up a 3, and he gets it to go. Jordan's got 9 points now in just the second half.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
Pass to Hunter. Here's Spanulis, guarded by Mayo. Spanulis passes to Montzaris. Here's Spanulis. 6 to shoot. And Jordan sends it back. Fast break. Here we go. Goes up. And then slammed in by Jordan. I think, Clark, we can expect a dramatic end to this one.
Well, 8 lead changes would have you thinking that would be the case.
Yeah, no quit by either side, guys. Neither team willing to give any ground.
Montzaris, guarded by Mayo. Montzaris passes to Princesses. And here they come. He lobs it up. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. They set the screen. Here's Lojeski. The three-pointer is right on target. And Olympiacos leads by 2. And look at how the hustle game has been going for Olympiacos.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
And, guys, the thing that jumps out at me is their block shots. I mean, they're playing up on the shooters tightly, and then they're sending them packing. I mean, putting those shots in reverse, all in a clear, good day's work.
And, Clark, they've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, I think so. Too cool. I mean, just not forceful enough, not alert or aggressive enough. Sometimes trying trying to do too much with the basketball.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
Timeout called, Olympiacos. They're down by 2. We've got 1:55 left to play in the final quarter. And Olympiacos making a change here. Princesses passes to Spanulis. There's 1:47 left to play here in the fourth. Shot clock at 6. Here's Wojcicki. Olympiacos, no good that time either. There's the lob to the hoop. Passes it to Fletcher. 1:19 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Spanulis. Lets the three fly. Another shot. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
I'll tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Both shots good from the stripe.
Needed those and got them. Terrific job at the line under pressure.
And so here's the home team. 1:03 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Snatched away. There's the pass to Princesses. There's the pick. To the right side. There's Lucas. Shot clock at 6. Money!
That was massive.
You know it. He's stepping right into the spotlight there.
Passes to Fletcher. Mayo left side. Right wing. And the rebound goes to Olympiacos.
They came close there to tying it up.
Yeah, you know, and after the way they fought back into it here in the fourth, that would have been a big bucket for them.
It's the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good. And now they foul and stop the clock.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what, Greg? Who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late game free throws are a lot different than early game free throws in terms of making them.
And he steps up and knocks them down, making it a 2-possession game.
Guys, what's your take?
You know what? And they're going to draw up something where they can get a quick shot and then maybe a foul.
That's got to be the game plan here. I mean, free throws are really their only hope. Points with the clock stopped.
Connects! What a beautiful shot to bring them to within 3.
No hesitation at all right there. Just right up against a much bigger defender.
Man, and I love that fearlessness, that aggressive attitude. Boy, I love watching guys play with that kind of abandon and freedom, Greg. It's a beautiful thing, man.
Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
That ought to do it. I think any chance for a miracle comeback just went out the window with those freebies.
What do you think, guys?
Yeah, coaches tell them take the easy points in a hurry and then foul as soon as possible.
Yeah, but you don't want to foul blindly, though. I think teams make a mistake when they do that. Go for the steal. See if you can force a mistake, and then see what happens after that.
That's his second personal foul. At the line.
It's the first, and that increases their lead to 6.
At the line for 2.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game.
The free throws go down, and the lead goes up.
What's your take, guys?
You know, I think he's just trying to send his team a message, you know, not willing to give up on this game just yet. Just trying to instill that fight in this group.
Yeah, hey, I'm all for giving messages and teaching lessons, and I respect that, but at some point, if it's over, it's over. I mean, you need to be looking at the next one. This one's done. Forget about it. Let's move on.
So Olympiacos wins it. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy